Hi, we are going to show you how to rebuild your tri-valve assemblies. Some things that you might run into in the field: tri-valve sticking, air coming out of these orifices here. Some common issues usually you're going to run into is O-rings. I laid out some tools that you are going to need. BearCat does offer these tools specifically for your rebuild process. So to rebuild your tri-valve, you'll need some tools. What we've got are some vice grips with a clamp that we weld in place. This is another vice grip that we use that gets machined, and then we have a seal seating tool here. You're also going to need a 5/32 Allen wrench. So to disassemble your tri-valve assembly, what you're going to do is you're going to remove the tri-valve from your spray bar and throw it in a vise. It helps to throw some shop rags in between your vise jaws so you don't mar up any of your machine surface. You're going to take a 7/8 wrench to put on the milled portion of that sleeve. We'll then break that loose, and this sleeve assembly will remove itself from your tri-valve housing, like that. So first thing you want to check, you should have O-rings on your sleeve assembly, and you're going to have an O-ring on your bushing assembly, which is where your spray tip nozzle is located. If those O-rings look okay, we do suggest, if you're going to take it apart, probably reseal everything. Inside your tri-valve assembly, you can look in there and you should have an O-ring inside the housing itself. If you have air seeping out of this, chances are this O-ring is damaged. Once you have your culprit removed from your tri-valve assembly, you can then set your tri-valve body aside, and you've got your sleeve and poppet assembly here. So, going back to the tools that we have and we supply here at BearCat, you take your vice grips and you want to put that clamp over the O-ring and clamp that down. Once you clamp that down, you'll take your 5/32 Allen wrench and you're going to loosen that and remove it. Once you have that loose and removed, that will unscrew. Exposing that O-ring. I want to make sure that everything's good there and that you didn't damage it with this. It shouldn't, but it might. You can then take just your finger and you can push the stem assembly out of your sleeve. Check your stem assembly and make sure that this isn't chewed up at this surface where it meets your bushing. You will then use your 7/8 wrench to hold your sleeve. And these vice grips are going to sit in this air channel right here. So once you clamp that down with your vice grips, you'll take your 7/8 wrench and you will loosen that up. And it should expose an O-ring and a seal in that sleeve. And then you'll have another O-ring inside here which is not installed yet. Once you get the sleeve out, you can use the poppet stem to remove your seal and your O-ring, just pushing on it backwards. Check your seal, make sure that it's not cut or ripped. Check your O-ring, make sure that it's not cut or ripped. We do recommend that if you're going to service your spray bar and reseal a bunch of these components, something that we do here in the factory is when we get these seals ready for use, we soak them in Marvel mystery oil. It just helps lubricate everything, so when we go to assemble, everything's nice and lubed up and we don't have to do it on the fly. Once you've got any damaged O-rings or any damaged seals removed and you're ready to reassemble your poppet assembly, you'll take your poppet and this seal. Again, apply some sort of lubricant to that, WD-40, Marvel Mist Oil, some sort of lubricant there. And then you will take your seal seating tool and install your seal. And you're going to place this back in here. And you're going to want to push down on this. Make sure you push down straight, and you'll hear it pop. Once you know it's popped in there, you know that it's set. You'll remove your tool, and you'll install an O-ring. Once that O-ring is down in there, and it's down in there flat, then you're ready to reinstall your cap. Now your cap should have an O-ring inside here. An easy way to fix that and to put one in is just to pinch it and push and start. Once it's started, you can kind of just walk it around and it sits in there. Once you got that in there, you take your vice grips, and again, you're going to clamp right there in that air valley. These weren't set for this. Once that's set, you can start it and get that going. Again, you're going to want to use a 7/8 wrench to help tighten that down. So you want to get that nice and tight. Once that's tight, you take your stem. You're going to want to apply some sort of lubricant here to help push through all those seals and make sure you don't tear or rip any of them. Once that's greased up, you install that here, and it's a simple pushing straight down till it pops through the top. Once that's through, take your cap. This is your plunger that sits in the tri-valve itself. So you'll get that started again. We do apply like a blue Loctite to this. These don't need to be torqued or super tight. If you tighten them down too much, this is aluminum, so it can damage the threads internally, and it's a nightmare to get off. So once you're ready to tighten that back down, you clamp it with your vice grips. Take your 5/32 Allen wrench. Just tighten that down a little bit till it gets nice and tight. Now, this is rebuilt currently. Now that it's rebuilt and ready to go back into the tri-valve, what we do here is we take some sort of assembly grease. Red grease works the best. We found the white lithium grease tends to dry out. Just take a little bit of it just to get the O-ring nice and lubed up. Once that's done, we reinsert it into the tri-valve assembly and tighten that down with the 7/8 wrench. And that's how you rebuild a tri-valve.